Alright, quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. Watching it will not put you on a watch list. Probably. Now, let's say you've got $10 million in illegal cash. You have a big problem. You can't just walk into a bank and deposit it. You'd trigger more red flags than a bullfighting convention. That cash is a liability. To make it usable, you have to wash it. And the ultimate financial laundry cycle has 3 core stages: placement, layering, and integration. First, you have to get that mountain of physical cash into the financial system without anyone noticing. That's placement. And the most famous way to do it is called smurfing. Yes, smurfing. Just like the blue cartoons. Only instead of singing in a forest, they're quietly stuffing $9,900 into ATMs across town. Instead of one massive, alarm-tripping deposit, you break your millions into hundreds of tiny deposits under the $10,000 reporting threshold. You use different people, different banks, different days, and a word of warning, criminals rarely do this themselves. They often trick students or people desperate for cash into being their smurfs, turning innocent people into cogs in a criminal machine. It's a real and dangerous scam. Once the money is in the bank, you have a new problem: the paper trail. This brings us to stage 2, layering. The goal here is to create a financial spaghetti junction, moving the money through a dizzying series of transactions, shell companies, and foreign currencies until its origin is completely obscured. The final stage is integration, where the now clean money is reintroduced into the economy to buy a house, a yacht, or political influence, looking as legitimate as any other dollar. So how do they actually do it? Let's get into the tactics. This is the classic front, the cash-intensive business. Think Walter White's car wash or Tony Soprano's Bada Bing Club. You know those weird adult goods stores along the interstate that never seem to have any cars in the parking lot? This is why they exist. Here's the trick. Let's say your pizzeria genuinely makes $2,000 in real sales. You simply mix in $8,000 of your dirty cash and tell the tax man you had a fantastic day and made 10 grand. And here's the crucial part. You pay taxes on the whole amount. As far as the government is concerned, you're just a very successful, patriotic, tax-paying business owner. But behind the scenes, your business is a sponge, soaking up dirty cash and wringing it out clean. Sometimes the business isn't even trying to be good. The food is terrible, the location makes no sense. In fact, it's almost an annoyance if they get any actual customers. The real profit isn't from what they sell, it's from what they cover up. This is the Swiss Army knife of money laundering, the shell company. It looks like a real business. It has a name, a bank account, but no office, no employees, no product. It exists only on paper, preferably in a place with loose regulations. The brilliance is in the layering. One shell company buys a property. It receives a fake consulting fee from another shell company you own. That company gets a loan from a third. By the time anyone tries to follow the money, they're tangled in a web of offshore filings and nominee directors who are paid to be the face of the company. These aren't just for hiding money. They're creating entirely fake transactions. That front business we just talked about, the fake invoice for supplies can come from a shell company you also own, creating a perfectly closed, fraudulent loop that looks legitimate to any auditor. This tactic is for the big leagues. Trade-based laundering. It uses the complexity of global trade to move value across borders. Let's say you sell $5 million worth of premium electronics to a partner overseas. You generate a real invoice. They make a real wire transfer. Everything looks squeaky clean. The only problem? The shipping container is empty. Or maybe you do the opposite. You buy a $1 million shipment of luxury watches, but create a fake invoice saying they're cheap fakes worth only $50,000. You've just smuggled $950,000 of value across the border. It works because customs agents can't open every crate. That gray area is exactly where launderers love to operate. Real estate is almost perfect for laundering. Transactions are high value, prices are subjective, and ownership can be easily hidden using, you guessed it, shell companies. A criminal can buy a property with dirty cash, hold it for a bit, maybe rent it out for some legitimate income, and then sell it. The proceeds from that sale are now clean capital gains from an investment. That's why so many luxury homes in cities like London and Miami sit empty. They're not homes. They're safe deposit boxes with a view. And it's not just houses. What do $1 million watch, a rare diamond, and a weird sculpture have in common? They are portable, unregulated bank accounts. You buy them with cash, walk them across a border, and sell them for a clean check on the other side. Welcome to the 21st century laundromat. Cryptocurrencies offer speed and a perception of anonymity. While transactions on a blockchain are public, criminals use services called mixers or tumblers. You put your dirty crypto in, it gets mixed into a giant pool with thousands of other transactions, and what comes out on the other side is a fresh set of crypto with no clear trail back to the original source. In 2022 alone, an estimated $23.8 billion were laundered this way. Billion. With a B. From a simple pizzeria to a complex web of global shell corporations, money laundering is the engine that powers organized crime. It's not a victimless crime. It enables drug cartels, terrorists, and corrupt regimes to operate. It's the money that buys the weapons, the influence, and the power to do incredible harm. So the next time you see a cash-only business that seems a little too quiet, you can look at it with a little more common sense. And hey, if you find a $20 bill in your jeans after they've been through the wash, don't worry. That's probably okay.